In the heart of the Ribera del Duero, there is an area known as the Golden Mile of Wine. There, in the town of Pesquera de Duero, in the province of Valladolid, you will find bodegas Emilio Moro. It is part of the Ribera del Duero appellation, which covers 4 provinces of Castile and León. Its special climate conditions characterize the grape growing and influence the high quality of its wines. This appellation has the highest altitude of any in Spain. The story begins with Emilio Moro Sr., who passed on his knowledge of winemaking to his son, also named Emilio. He in turn taught his sons, Jose and Javier, the 3rd generation that currently manage the winery. He planted the rest of his lands with vineyards and grafted them with the Tinta del País Centenaria variety. At the present time, they cover more than 200 hectares. This tradition, inherited over the generations, makes the Moro family, and by extension its business, one of the most representative of the Ribera del Duero. From these roots comes its greatest asset, the clone of Tinto Fino, that is grafted in all its vineyards. The philosophy of the winery is based on 3 pillars: tradition, innovation, and social responsibility. The many years of experience mark the philosophy of quality and the direction of the winery. The passion for winemaking is reflected in every wine, in every vintage. A firm commitment to innovation, seeking to improve processes with R&D projects, maintaining the traditional process for the selection of toasted barrels and aging times, but implementing with modern technology, with parcel management software using GPS, incorporation of sensors, both in the fields and in the winery to analyze trends for future crops and their evolution in wine, clonal selection for the variety of Tempranillo, pioneering research to eradicate wood diseases. The family's passion for its vines meant that they were able to save many of the vineyards from the mass uprooting which happened in the last century in Pesquera, conserving the essence of these ancient vines. The most emblematic are those which are dedicated to the production of Sancho Martín and Val de Ramiro, more than 50 and 80 years old respectively, and with the strong personality of the terroir. Classification by age is fundamental, as the older vines are those which are best adapted to the conditions in the area. The elaboration processes of the wines are oriented to develop the potential of their extraordinary raw material. Each wine has its own name, identity, and character. Finca Resalso is the expression of its youngest vineyards. Emilio Moro, the alma mater of the winery, from vineyards of between 15 and 25 years old, aged for 12 months in French and American oak barrels. Maleolus, definitive of the Tinto Fino variety. Its name in Latin signifies majuelo, which is a term used to describe a vineyard parcel, aged for 18 months in new Allier French oak barrels. Maleolus de Val de Ramiro, terroir of a great balsamic intensity and richness, produced with grapes from the Pago de Val de Ramiro vineyard, planted in 1924, aged for 18 months in French oak. Maleolus de Sancho Martín, terroir of persistent aromas, produced with grapes from the Pago de Sancho Martín parcel, planted in 1944, aged for 22 months in French oak. Emilio Moro, clone de la familia, essential representation, expressing a way of life, as an homage to the purest clone of the Tempranillo variety, reaching the highest quality expectations of the winery, aged for 22 months in French oak, respecting the fruit and the land from which it comes, representing the 3 soil types of the Ribera del Duero. This wine also has a charitable side, as the profits obtained from its sale go to the Emilio Moro Foundation. Its commitment to society knows no borders and manifests itself in the Emilio Moro Foundation. Under the slogan, "Wine helps water," the foundation funds projects to provide this commodity where it is scarce, as well as other initiatives to help those most in need.